Don't look under the internet.
I like your Grogu stuff.
Goku. You know who's a better baby?
Who, Doug?
The Scooby-Doo baby.
Which Scooby-Doo baby? A pup named Scooby-Doo?
No, like the one from the Scooby-Doo movie where he's a little
Scrappy?
baby. No. They show Scooby-Doo as a baby.
Oh, the animated one.
He's a better baby.
Where they have...
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, not that, Jason. Sorry, I was talking to the chat.
Where they
Jason
have...
Death just revealed that people are allowed to do things I didn't realize they were allowed to do.
Uh-oh. What's that? Oh. Oh, hello.
Oh, yeah. That's
Well, interesting.
interesting.
Everyone
That's
has
amazing.
Everyone show us your face, but you don't gotta.
I guess it doesn't really...
Well, what better way to start this off than...
I like your fucking drinking horn. Holy shit. I should bring mine next week.
Hello, everyone.
Oh.
Welcome to Don't Look Under the Internet,
Hello.
a podcast where we get spooky in your dookie.
God. He's never gonna say the thing I wanted to say.
That's
Never.
Jason.
Hello.
That's Matt.
Hi.
That's Doug.
What it is? What are?
And it's me, Ray Romano. Deborah!
Oh, God.
Deborah!
And...
TMZ's... TMZ's got the scoop.
Whoa.
Half of one.
A week
Here we
after
go.
officially axing it. 2 weeks after officially axing it.
TMZ's got the scoop. So, local man, Ray Romano, I'm using him, he decided he was going to get into UFC fighting. And he went up against Forrest Griffin, a name who hasn't been heard in UFC in a long, long time. And so when he was doing interviews, he was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fight him, Ray Romano Imano.
That was terrible. Actually terrible.
That's the scoop from TMZ.
We're going to retire this bit. We're retiring the bit.
Okay, but now we see if Ray Romano dies. And if he does, I might have some sort of Death Note gift.
Yeah, I was going to say, now we're just testing the Death Note.
Yeah.
If
I take the potato chip and then I eat it.
if you predict a bunch of these well enough, Ghoulish Mortals, not a sponsor, but maybe.
Everyone go to Ghoulish Mortals in St. Charles, Illinois. Ghoulish Mortals, they're in St. Charles, Illinois. Mention Diluti.
They do a thing called a death pool.
Oh, yeah.
And at the beginning of the year, they have that you can like basically put in a bunch of names that you think are celebrities that are going to die over the course of the year. And you
better
can
go
win,
do this.
You can win money and gift cards and random shit if you like you have a point system at the end where you line up and shit. You get like a $250 gift card there.
Well,
or
if
some shit.
Ray Romano bites the dust, first and foremost, sorry for your family. Secondly,
Sorry for your family.
sorry for your family. Family for your sorry.
Sorry for your family. Here's a family for your sorry.
Yes. But yes, Ghoulish Mortals. I bought many a prints from them. I got 2 Predator ones and a Godzilla one.
That's where my
it's super
fucking,
fun.
that's where the Near-Left
Yeah, they have a bunch of Cthulhu Lovecraftian stuff.
Azathoth.
It's like
Like,
super
it's
cheap.
pretty much everything on my walls at home.
Yeah.
are
Dude, the
from there.
fucking prints for those are like $15.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
so
They're
fucking
so
cheap.
cheap.
Go there. It's Ghoulish Mortals in St. Charles, Illinois.
If you're in the area, go there and
downtown.
just tell them that you love them and
Tell them
to
Diluti
slap each
sent
other's
ya.
beans. Or that. They'll get the message
Slap
either
their
way.
beans.
Yeah,
You just
and
slap their beans. Don't even say anything.
But
Just
be
walk in and start
respectful.
slapping.
in other news,
And when you're done, though, be like, that's from Diluti. And then
in
walk
other
in.
news, Diluti
Clap. Above your
housekeeping.
head.
We have 3 patrons that I want to give a shout out
Okay.
to. That was right in my ear. You don't have to do that. It's very rude.
Thank you for
Sorry, I got a little excited.
We have Alm Morn. Alm Morn.
Oh.
Alm Morn.
Why are you doing this?
Alm Morn. I kind of feel like that's like a Russian sleeper agent's about to activate. Like if I'm just like November, sleeping bag, Alm Morn, fireplace,
litter.
they'll be like,
K the P!
K the P.
yeah. We also have Craig.
Craig!
Craig.
Craig!
Craig.
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 Craig. Anybody who knows Craig knows that Craig is now
Craig.
immortally cemented into Ludi lore.
Yeah.
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 He
Craig has
started
already made
like
his... Go ahead.
Yeah. No, you got it.
Yeah, Craig.
No,
Craig
you.
has made himself established in the Deludi Discord.
Oh, very much.
He just showed up one day and just Craig'd out.
He gave us money, Craig'd out, made like a small little ARG, and then Craig'd out some more.
Yeah. It was one of the funnest 3 hours of my life.
Yeah. And then we also have Nicholas Stadler. Nicholas
Stantler?
Stadler.
What is happening with the readings of the
Stadler.
patrons today?
Nicholas Stadler. There's a Stadler.
It's like you're taking attendance in a
Nicholas
history
Stadler.
class and a few
Bueller.
Bueller.
That's our 3 patrons for the day.
Woo!
You
Thank
did it.
guys.
If you want to be a patron, you can go to patreon.com/DeludedPod. You can chuck in something, or you could chuck in nothing.
Funny how that works.
Yeah, we will give you extra content. Sometimes on time, other times not on time.
Other times too early,
Sometimes we'll do the content,
and other times,
and other times
we won't.
there
We
won't.
promise it'll be good. We just don't promise when or how good it's going to be.
Yes, but
We'll
it'll
work
be
on
there.
it. We'll work on it.
Yes, but we have a couple different tiers, and we're working on new ones for all you lovely people. So,
Hell yeah.
Thank you to you 3 new patrons. You're the best. And
Speaking
bunch of
of-
cutie pies.
We have a survey about what you might like and what you don't like, and
Yeah.
you can find that at our website. So
DeludedPod.com.
Or
Go there.
Deludi.com.
or
Linktree, not Deludi.
Linktree.com/DeludedPod.
At the top of the
Yeah.
page, there's a link to a community survey. It's a Google form. Fill it out. Tell us what you like.
Yes.
Tell us what you don't like. Tell us what you want to see in the future.
There's a bunch of like files in that
Jesus.
survey.
Dude, the bird scooters are...
Like at least 2.
Oh.
There's at least 2 files.
should
was a
I
solid
ruin
team.
this for him?
You can, but I want you to know there was a solid 2 seconds where I'm like, is Mike having a stroke? What is happening right now?
If you right click, if you go into your computer, you can open up a tab called Files. And in there you might find one called like
Does Mike know how a computer works?
Walten or something.
Walton, the hell are you talking about, bro?
You're as graceful as a starving seagull with cement shoes on. I need you to know that.
Why does he have cement? Did he do something
you
wrong to
tell-
the mob?
Maybe. I don't know his backstory. I just know he's not fucking graceful.
That's true. That's true. And we're talking about Walten Files.
The Walten Files.
Way to sound so excited.
I am so
I like he's
excited.
like,
That was more
fuck.
excited than his baby announcement, actually.
That was more exciting.
Oh, I
Sorry
found
about
out
your
I'm-
family.
Yeah, I found out I'm having a girl. I'm having a daughter.
Hey.
More women in Mike's life. More women in Mike's life.
You're outnumbered, my guy.
Hey, man, you know what? I'm strong with my feminist side, so I'll blend right in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're pretty feminine.
We believe
That's
in
fine.
it, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I love it all. So,
You heard it here.
what the fuck is a Walton?
Well, it's a last name.
Why do I
you
have
must
this
know.
accordion file on my desk?
It's 10 walls.
Build a home.
Walten. Is it the 10th sequel to a movie named Wall?
Fucking
Is this a Walmart ARG?
I wish.
Two Wall, two
Yeah, I kind of hope.
10 Furious. I don't know.
Nope.
Two wall 10.
But yes, today we are talking about the Walten Files. Now, for anybody who doesn't know what that is, it's a short collection of videos on YouTube.
It's an analog horror on
Yes.
YouTube.
Anal logs.
Anal hog.
Hoggy anals, I guess. I don't know. But no, it's a very family oriented analog horror. It's only
friendly.
3. Yes, very family friendly.
Let your kids watch this. If you have kids,
At night.
if you have kids, pause this, wake them up. You'll be like, "Hey, little Timmy, we got to go watch Walten Files," and then turn it on for them.
And then
We have
they'll
to give
sleep
you-
great.
Yeah.
We have to give you a reason for therapy, so let's go. It's analog horror. It's called the Walten Files. And honestly, this was a fun one. This should seem pretty reminiscent to most of you. As it has some very strong pulls from something in the horror game
It
community.
has a very strong.
Not going to tell you what that is, though.
It's very strongly inspired by a fad from like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Yep. Well,
Markiplier just uploaded a video like 2 days ago, though.
Okay, shut up.
Let's just ruin every one of Mike's thoughts for the rest of the episode.
Nope, your thoughts are dumb. Fuck off.
Please do that. Mike needs to be taken down a notch tonight.
I'm feeling God in this basement tonight.
We were being too nice to him, and that needs to stop.
Too nice. When were you like episode 1 through 3? You're like, he's got some good ideas. And the 4th one, you're like, this guy fucking sucks, dude. Why did we invite him?
So nice to Mike in the beginning.
Also, that wasn't Jason Death. That was Jack Barbecue that said that. Sorry, Jack.
Mr. Barbecue.
Mr. Barbecue. And Jason Death, you just took credit for that. You never, like, I called you out and I was like, Jason Death, way to go. You never corrected me. You just let that slide.
Like, if I'm going to get credit for something,
yeah, fuck it. You know what? I am funny.
yeah.
Oh, man. Well,
it's okay, Jason Death. I still love you and your beautiful fucking voice.
So, Mike, what is the Walten Files? And why the fuck are we talking about it?
We just went over
The
this.
Fulton Wiles.
It's an analog horror
On YouTube.
on YouTube.
That's it? Cool, we're done.
So it
Guys,
starts
good job.
off. It starts off as every analog horror does. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. The Trade Federation is taking its toll as taxes on Naboo seem to rise, and there's an embargo on the planet's trade system.
I thought you had that up and were reading it, but
No.
no, you just know it. Okay.
Don't let Robbie know you know all that.
No, I don't know. I made most of that up. I just know there's a trade embargo on Naboo. Wowie zowie, 13 minutes in, and we got to cut already, baby.
God.
So-
one of these days he'll let it be like a smooth
No,
transition.
Wowie-
I already said it. I'm gonna cut the wowie zowies from now on.
Wowie George Zowie. So we start off with the Walten Files with kind of getting into, I would say, one of the main reoccurring names you're going to hear a lot, which is BSI, or as we like to call it by its actual legal Zoom
Christian name.
Bunny Smiles Incorporated. Now you're probably asking me, Michael, why are you talking to me about a different company in a Jersey accent? I'm gonna fucking tell you, my guy. So Bunny Smiles Incorporated, it's a company founded by 2 men, one Jack Walton and one Felix Crankin.
Cranking.
Crankin.
Cranking one out.
He cranked 2 out.
Ah!
Got me there.
And this company was established back in 1965 and was soon, I'm going to say, bought out
Yeah, it was bought up.
by a company named Cyberfun Tech.
Cyberfun.
Woo! Now, Bunny Smiles Incorporated is responsible for owning franchises such as Bob's Burgers, not to be confused with Bob's Burgers. You know, where they probably may have totally gotten the name for this from.
Maybe, probably. Who knows?
And other brandings as well. They even dabbled a little bit into like video games, footage archiving. So you're going to see things like that quite a fucking bit. The staff, you're going to notice, all are required to wear a certain uniform along with carrying an ID card with them. The weird thing about this company is in 1983, they just straight up fucking vanished without a trace. Currently, that company is defunct.
Defunct as fuck.
Defunct as fuck.
Well, I'd hope if a company vanishes, they are now defunct.
Yes.
But they're not like still operating somehow.
Yes.
Shadow agents.
Now, you're probably asking as well, Michael, you mentioned employees. Who that is?
Hey, your mic's not plugged in.
Huh?
Your mic's not plugged in.
What? How am I talking then?
I don't
How
know,
can
man.
I hear him.
You're lying to me. This is a bit. I'm plugged in.
I was going to see how long it took
You
to
fucking
realize
asshole.
that there's no way
I'm like, I've had
anyone would hear
power,
it
right?
now.
You wouldn't be able to hear me.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I saw my opportunity. I had to take it.
You have to take it sometimes.
You have to. It's just right there.
So there's people that work for
living.
BSI.
Oh.
Who they is?
There's a okay. So we kind of wanted to start this off giving you just a quick little background on BSI, as Mike just did with Bunny Smiles Incorporated, what they were, what their kind of mission was, their founders. But I do also kind of want to go over just some of the characters that you're going to see throughout this analog horror. Now we can actually take these characters and we can classify them into two different categories. One of them is going to be category A, which is humans. And the other one's going to be category B, which is we're just going to call non-humans for right now. And you'll see why later. So for the humans, here's our cast of major characters. We've got Jack Walton. We have Felix Kranken. Now those two, as Mike said, were the founders of Bunny Smiles Incorporated. And after that, we're going to be hearing some things from a Rosemary Walton, a Sophie Walton, a Jenny Letterson, a Susan Woodings, and a Charles. We're also going to hear something from somebody named Linda, who is Felix's wife, although it's pretty fucking minor. There's not a whole lot there. And that's so all normal human names. And you'll notice that Charles didn't have a last name. Again, you will see why that is as we continue our dive into this topic.
Can I mention some of our employees, some of the other ones that you forgot?
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm a man of the people, and I'm
go over
employee
the
first.
Are you talking about the, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
We're going to see a couple other reoccurring names, because if you work for Bunny Smiles Incorporated, you're going to be part of the Walten Files, obviously. This is your job, your well-being.
For a bit, yeah.
We have a Brian Stelz.
Yes, Brian Stills.
We have a Chris. And then we have a Kevin, a Hillary, and an Ashley.
Hillary.
Oh,
Hillary. We can't say that word without going straight up Bill Clinton.
Hillary's freaky shit's about to happen.
Can one of you make a porn name? Just name him Built-in Clitoris? Because I feel like that'd be amazing.
Hillary, grab my saxophone, please.
My saxophone.
So you said employees, right?
yes.
So there are two types of employees as you're going to go
Yes.
through this. The first type of employee is, we're going to call this through the employee that worked for Bunny Smiles Incorporated
Yes.
while they were operating. And then there's another type of employee
Yes.
that worked for BSI when they were not operating.
Yes.
And you guys will see the differentiation there.
yes.
The very last category, I fucking hate this, Mike. This is horrible, and I want you to know this.
Yes.
Cool.
Maybe I can get his filter to drown those out.
The auto gate. Just train that noise. We'll see what happens.
yes.
Unless he's at like 100 some decibels,
Yeah.
he just gets cut off.
Yep. So now let's move on to the other more fun category of non-human characters.
There's Hugh Man.
Hugh.
Fun. Me.
But these are it's all going to be first names. And these are going to be the names of some of the characters that existed within the Bunny Smiles Incorporated or Bond's Burgers as entertainment for whoever might walk through the doors. Now, you've got Bond himself of Bond's Burgers. You have Shaw. You have Boozoo. You have Banny. You have Billy. And you have Rocket. Those are the again, I'll say non-human. You guys will see what I'm talking about in literally like 10 seconds here. So those are the characters. That's who Bunny Smiles Incorporated is. Now, why the fuck are we talking about this?
Well, you see, that is a great question.
Yes.
And I think we should start.
Jason's dying.
God damn it.
So I guess the best place to start would be at file 1.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Where you normally would. You know, it's not file
I
2.
don't like this one. Can we skip it?
Okay.
You know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
Just go to the next one.
So file 12. No, so file 1 is what is entitled Company Introductory Tape. This is the first video you will see on the Walten Files YouTube channel. If you look at the description of this, we have a description from someone named Anthony.
Yes.
And it says, this is a compilation of tapes created by the already extinct Bunny Smiles Company. I tried to get as much info as I could about these tapes. All I could find were these tapes were handed to a new employee back in 1974 to 1979. The rest of the tapes seem to be recorded by a new facility caretaker in the year 1982. Hopefully I can find more tapes soon. And this is where we begin. So at the start of this file, employee introductory tape, whatever you want to call it, we see a Bon's Burger opening sequence, a Cyberfun Tech, Funny Smiles Inc. restaurant, 1974.
Yeah, and it's like a legit looking. It's a restaurant. It's a photo of a restaurant.
It's your classic.
It
is a place for sure.
It's like in a
It's
strip
either a
mall.
restaurant
It's a
or
place.
it's not a restaurant.
It's a place that you can drive to, and there's food you could eat there.
Let's see how long this goes.
He tried, but it's not taking
It's
off.
a Doug thing. Doug does it better.
Yes.
Yes.
So let's rewind just a smidge. It's a place that you could eat, or you don't. No, but so seriously, it's an opening sequence for Bon's Burgers, and it is for a tech support and maintenance job. I think you guys can kind of get where we're going with this. We see all these animatronics pop up on screen, and they are singing.
Non-humans.
Correct.
Okay.
So
Redact?
Sure.
required.
Nope, that's not it.
hold on, they're getting something.
Doug, shut up. But there it is.
Right on time.
Nailed it.
Redacted.
Perfect. Seamless.
So yeah, we get this like little like minute long clip of some animatronics singing, and they all have a kind of creepy appearance to them. They're not quite like dilapidated or anything, but there's something unsettling about them, right?
It's like the light source is coming from like when you're telling a scary story at a fire and you have the flashlight under your chin.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like those vibes, and I do not like it.
So then we actually get some talking, and we hear whoever this person is kind of talking to the new employee, and it says, Bon, Shan, Bozo, and Banny, or our computer animated band, right?
His name's Bazu
Buzu.
or Buzu.
Bozo.
God, y'all are butchering these
What did
fucking
I say?
names right
Bozo.
now.
Bozo.
So it's
Bozo,
that guy,
sorry, yeah.
and it's Shah, S-H-A.
Shah, whatever. I think my autocorrect actually fucking. So I just read it right off the fucking thing.
I'm sure I corrected it to something.
So Shah, Buzu, and Banny, computer animated band is what they refer to them as, right? And then it shows the most uncanny valley picture of Jack Walton and Felix Kranken. And I'm saying this image that they show is like the first video of this whole series that you see that you're like, something ain't right.
This isn't your normal child's entertainment center with animatronics, is it?
That's not your run-of-the-mill Chuck E. Cheese or anything.
It looks like Jack Walton's head's not supposed to be there.
No,
It does.
Like it looks like his neck is cranked. Like
I would be more
real
comfortable
weird.
if he didn't have a head or neck in that photo.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way.
Speaking of Chuck E. Cheese, though, did you see that new Chuck E. Cheese with Chucky the killer doll?
Yeah, I did actually.
Yeah, that looks very fun, and
That's
we should
pretty
go
cool.
there.
Yeah,
And there's another
we
one
should.
with Pinhead.
awesome. That one I'll go.
Whoa. We
That-
get to be in Hellraiser?
It's like a slide that goes through his head and stuff.
Oh, that's like a 3D animated picture. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
Do we have to
less
take
fun.
a kid like regular Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah.
yeah. We just have to bring a dead child. Oh, I know where we can get one.
Oh my god!
Anyways, we'll move on. So,
I mean, so do I, but like, what the fuck,
I feel
man?
like the actual explanation of that is probably less bad than what I'm imagining.
Oh, probably.
Continue.
Doug's not giving us any fucking quarter here with that facial expression, though.
Carry on.
Suspicious as shit.
so moving on this first video, it says your job is to clean and repair the restaurant and the animatronics. It then cuts to a BSI storage facility page. And on this page, basically, it's literally just an image of the this facility that's inside of a forest, and they refer to it as the K9 facility, where they store all valuable items from closed for good locations, which I think we can really only assume there's the one location at the moment, but either way. this ad.
Do you think it's called K9 because when you see it, you go, woof, that looks bad?
They refer to this situation from the 1974's Bond's Burger location, and that everything will remain sealed in a bunker located deep down in St. Juana's forest. And we can only assume this is where these caretakers are going to. They will remain in this bunker, and pretty much that's all we get from that little snippet. So very cryptic stuff here. We just have a situation that we don't quite know what happened. We know that there's a bunker holding these things inside of it. And this is kind of just where it just all drops off into a hellish nightmare of whatever this is.
Yep.
So the screen goes black, and we see a picture of someone who is called Rocket. You won't really know that at this point, but at this point in time, we've already kind of told you the characters, but this is who that is. It's Rocket. And we get a very distorted clip that is definitely like backwards audio.
Oh, yeah.
And so I tried to record this and play it backwards. I've had other people do it. I saw other people do it, and it's so distorted that you really can't get a clean audio from it, but you can get the very first part of it, and it says, "You finally start to remember. Jarble, jarble, jarble," and then you hear safety, and then it's a bunch of other gobbledygook. Yeah. So it's really hard to make out. So
the peach.
Exactly. So this whole thing leads into our next segment in the first video. And by the way, this video is like 10 minutes long. It's not super long or anything like that, but it is a decent amount of time for a YouTube video, I guess. But we cut to a animation about little Bond's neighborhood. And Bond is having a sleepover.
So just to give everyone a quick heads up, Bond is a blue bunny. Blue
Correct.
animatronic bunny.
Yep.
And so as we kind of introduce and we see some of these characters in story, I'll probably just butt in and cut you off.
Yeah, no, that's perfect, actually.
Okay, cool. As long as we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so
That's all I have. He's a blue bunny.
Yeah, Bond is a blue bunny. And in this little short animation, we see like I guess what I would call a chibi version of these animatronics in their like little kid form or whatever you want to call it. But Bond is having a sleepover, and everyone is invited. And basically they go into who was invited, and they show a picture of all the animatronics that we know and love. And then it's like, you know what? We should recheck who we invited, right? So it goes over all of the faces again, and then it punches you right in the fucking dick hole, and there's this really weird face that we see, like really fucking weird, and you're just like, oh, all right, this is still terrible. So in true analog horror fashion, you're like, yep, shit's going downhill again.
Yep, here we go.
So yeah, it's a face that we're not quite familiar with yet, but like we will be very shortly.
We're going to see it a lot.
So Bond ends up putting a VHS that also has this weird face on it into the VHS player. And when he pops that in on the screen, it says, "Let me out of here." And then next to the TV, we see a pill bottle that says Sophie on it.
Yep.
Who that is?
Yep.
Who that is indeed, Matt.
I will not be sharing any descriptors about this one because Sophie is not an animatronic.
Yes, and I will not. We're going to analyze this as we come to it, but because we don't have all of the facts yet, we won't be giving away any spoilers as we're going through the videos. So we will help you discern what you need to from the videos, but
And we will try our hardest not to spoil anything. Keep everything in a orderly timeline.
Yeah.
So
It's a Diluti first.
So the animation becomes like really unsettling. We start seeing weird clips and getting weird noises and more backward speech, and then we see like the two parents, whatever you want to call it, like sleeping in bed in this same clip of this like cartoon, right? And I think what it says, you hear this like really quick animated like voice that says, "Once the night comes," or drops. I'm not sure what the word is, but it says, "Once the night comes, stay awake."
A lot of this, the words themselves are kind of hard to make out because it's like a text to speech sort of sound.
Right.
And
Wait a second. Was that one analog horror that we covered with the girl trapped in the house?
Junko Junsui?
No. Was that called I Am Sophie?
Oh, no. Yeah.
No, that
you're
was the-
thinking
never
of
mind. I'm
Hi,
thinking
Mary,
of-
Mary.
I Am Mary Mary. That's what I'm
Right,
thinking.
right, yeah.
That's what this reminds me of a little bit. At
Okay.
least that little excerpt.
Right.
Yeah. For a second, I thought it was I Am Sophie, but I Am Sophie was the new
rich-
queen.
yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, that's a coincidence.
That was a fun one.
Yeah. that was a
So
fun one.
after this little clip happens, we cut back to Bon, and you can tell that they're hearing weird noises when everyone's trying to sleep. So Bon gets out of bed and goes to the kitchen and goes to investigate. The face is revealed to us in this next clip to be Jack Walton, because we see this big glitchy missing poster with his face on it that says missing 6/11/1974. And we actually do know already that this is the same year as the incident that occurred that we saw earlier.
Yep.
bum.
Banner.
Incident?
More like incident. I don't know. So moving forward from that terribleness,
Go.
If you would like to be a patron,
If you'd like to support more terrible jokes like that, patreon.com/thelootipod.
yeah, I don't know about that.
No,
anymore.
patreon.com/unplanned podnancy.
we just lost a sub. Whoa.
Hell yeah. Good shit. There's no one in the Discord anymore. So yeah, moving forward from that. So Bond sees a lighter on the ground and picks it up and clicks it on, and we immediately get a fucking jump scare. But when the lighter clicks, we see that Bond doesn't quite look like Bond anymore. It looks like someone wearing a purple suit with a BSI badge plastered right on the suit, whatever it is, and some terrible, horrible thing next to it that's just really creepy and screaming at you. So
What was that big, horrible, creepy thing?
it's your mother. Wait, actually, no, it's
Wow.
not. That's not a big creepy thing.
Wow. She's a patron.
I don't know, Mike. Who was it?
Oh, do you want me to say it?
Yeah, I was leading you into it.
Oh, was it not a big Bond?
Was it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a big, fucked up, demented looking Bond. I was asking for confirmation. I couldn't fully remember.
it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Have
okay.
confidence in your
It's a
speech, Mike.
It's a big o fucked
You want to
up,
cut in like that? I'm gonna put you on the spot.
big
right?
o fucked up looking Bond,
Be
and it's like
confident. You gotta-
chest cavity is like gone.
Yeah, it's not like any Bond
Put a hole in it, and
you've
But
seen
you
before.
You gotta grab us by our dicks and bash our heads together to get your point across.
Be
Oh,
confidently
so
incorrect.
like will we just hang out?
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
I mean
much.
that's less aggressive. That's more sensual.
You're right. There's more suckies in that one.
This is going
How
down
come
a
I
path
didn't
no
get
longer-
this treatment?
I got the first date.
you were here during the week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
got
have
the
to come
first date
here.
shivers with you,
Yeah. We gotta play
Sunday nights.
We have to play night crawlers first, and then
Matt. Matt, I'm no longer in my slut era. I don't do that in the first visit. Second
okay.
one though, yeah,
I gotta wine and dine you first.
exactly. We almost did. We almost did.
fair.
Next time.
All right. So moving forward, as I love to say, we get a new cut to a new video, and this new video is actually of what we can assume is the new caretaker driving to the facility. They're driving through a really thick forest. They're having trouble finding this place. The roads are really small.
Yeah, this does not look like a road that leads to like a public
Anywhere
storage. Like like a storage
Right.
fucking unit. Not
Yeah,
even close.
Even the things he's saying, I'm like, I wouldn't do this.
I would
Yeah.
stop and turn around
Yeah.
at this. Like stop driving.
I have something I could say, but I don't want to bring up
Don't ruin it, Doug.
the other thing that this really is. But so okay, so we see he pulls up to the K9 facility finally, and we see that like a very small glimpse in a flashlight of that picture that we saw earlier that was explaining what the K9 facility was.
Oh, two things I loved about this bit.
Oh boy,
yeah. First and foremost, was the thing that you weren't trying to mention is who he is.
well we don't know yet.
No, he gets the audio where he mentions that. I mean, you can cut this if you want. I don't care. He has the audio going that he mentions that he works for BSI. And
No,
he's going
I
there.
said he was the BSI caretaker.
Oh, I didn't hear
say
that.
his name.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
say
hear
the
that
name.
at all.
Yeah.
Did not say his name.
Oh, I didn't hear that at all. Apologies.
I've been
apologies,
waiting
apologies.
with bated breath.
But
for that
I do
name to
say
drop.
I liked
I love that you took that one by the horns.
I liked
Yeah.
the subtle. Okay, thank you. The second thing I liked about this was the transition from real life, camera footage to
IRL
game,
to
video game.
yeah.
Like he made like a
Like the Unreal or the
yeah.
the Steam engine or the Valve engine.
something like that. Yeah,
Some Unreal.
I like that little
Is
transition.
Unreal and Valve the same?
No,
No.
Oh, then no, not Unreal. Valve.
yeah. Either way,
Well, Unreal is
Source.
what Valve uses.
it was like a Gary's mod.
well, in some most
Yeah.
things.
So yes,
Source.
whatever.
It
Doesn't matter. Yeah. Either way, I
A
like
video
that.
game engine.
I like that transition from now that it's a flashlight and you could tell it's a video game engine, but I'm like, oh, this is good for when you don't have like a facility. And-
Okay, you don't have a bunker
called
built
Yeah,
in the
you don't
side
have-
of a forest.
Thank you, Scorsese. You're right. It is cinema, but I just like that. I was like, that's a good touch. I enjoy that because it shows movement and everything.
Mike PP, very hard.
yeah,
The footage
Very
had a
hard.
beard, and so it showed
The
that
footage had a
time
beard?
had passed.
All right, so
You got to keep going, man.
we see he has gotten to the facility now, and he goes inside. And the first thing we see is an extremely dilapidated animatronic with like grease and almost what looks like blood stain on it.
Point that I don't want you to gloss over. What does when he pulls up and before he goes inside, he focuses on the sign right above. You remember what that says exactly?
Isn't it the canine?
It's K9, and then something about Bunny Smiles Incorporated
he also said that too, though.
storage facility. That you did say that?
I thought so.
Okay,
We've both done this to him now today.
I'm so sorry. I didn't hear that
five for
part.
not
I'm pretty
listening.
sure that I did.
High five for not listening. Woo! Yeah.
You'll know when you edit.
I'm losing my damn mind right
No,
now.
I think you did, Doug. Because
Okay,
he
cool.
pulls up and he sees the K9 facility. I don't know that you specifically mentioned the sign.
I didn't.
It
I
doesn't fucking.
yeah. I don't think I mentioned
The only reason
sign,
I wanted
but
to set you up for something you'll probably be talking about at the end of this little stint of episode.
Until we
We'll
interrupt
see.
you again.
We'll fucking see.
Until we interrupt you again saying, hey, did you mention this? And you're like, yeah, I just fucking did.
I'm literally in the middle of talking about that.
cool. So should I continue or
So you
Yes.
mentioned the sign though, right?
not yet?
All right, go
I
ahead and
will.
go ahead and mention that.
I'm not going to tell you when, but it might happen.
What's it say?
Doug is gonna crawl through the fucking computer and strangle you to death.
What'd I do?
He's just looking for clarification, Doug.
So the caretaker
I'm
is
active listening.
no. So yeah, we see a dilapidated Bond. Just gonna cut to the chase on this one. Looks like grease stains, maybe blood stains, even are on this
Or
thing.
like a hole's been ripped in his
Yeah,
chest or something.
it's just not great anymore. It's not good. And then the caretaker is testing the animatronics. He's like, I'm gonna start with the head here, and you see the head kind of jiggling around, mouth opening up, and then you see Jason blowing some dude in an alley.
His eyes are getting.
And then he's like, we're gonna start with the left arm, and then the left arm's kind of like wiggling, and then the right arm, and then
He put his left arm in. Took it all about.
and then he took it out.
with the fucking with Bond.
Yeah, and then it kind of starts to like malfunction a little bit, and everything's moving at once, and you know he's testing one part at a time, so you can kind of assume, uh-oh, what the fuck's going on? So now the whole animatronic is moving, and then it cuts. And we cut to the caretaker running through
He's
the forest.
just clapping cheeks.
He
dude.
is clapping cheeks as fast as he fucking can. And then just as quick as it cuts into him doing that, it cuts out again. And
My favorite part is when he's going, "What the fuck is this?"
yeah, pretty
That's my
much.
favorite part.
But you think it cuts out, but it's actually just a pitch black cut to what the caretaker is seeing, and you see these two little white dots. These two fucking little motherfucking stupid little fucking dumbass white dots. And you're like, what the fuck is, and then bam, jump scare, creepy as fuck animation of Bond super bloody, just like horribly
Glitching the fuck
glitching and
out.
shaking, and like has his like hands clenched, like he's like gonna do something to you that's like kind of fucked up.
Nervous breakdown.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to do this, but I'm about to do this to you.
Gonna happen.
And it's just a very terrible situation, right? And then it cuts to this like face animation, and the face is kind of stretching and pushing into itself and stretching in every direction. Fun fact, that's actually like a really old, like really early animation, like that you can find from like pretty much anywhere. I guess they used, but long story short, the face is just like all distorted. And then we get to a even worse face of a blonde-haired man whose face looks smashed in, wearing a purple shirt of some sort with a BSI badge on it. And during this clip, when you see the man's face, it says, "I can't feel anything." And then it says, "He thought I was her." After this, we get a cut to another black screen where we see a very close-up on the badge, and it says, "Hello, my name is Brian Stells." So we know that this was the person who was basically told, "Hey, you're going to be the caretaker. Here's the introduction tape." And
It's like they're a new hire.
yeah, exactly. And that's kind of the end of that video.
It's a terrible fucking first day.
It's terrible. He didn't even make it past the first day. He was like, fuck. As far as we know, at least. I mean, if your face is crunched in like that,
I haven't
have
seen
to
too many
assume.
people who have crunchy faces that make it out alive. So
there's one last thing I wanted to bring up, and this is something that's found in the comments of this first video. We have a username, SYO5, that posts kind of a cryptic comment on this, and moving forward, you might hear this again a couple times. But the comment just says, "The first pieces of the puzzle have been placed. The puzzle is far from a solution. However, be wary of the hints that appear over time. One misdirection can throw off the course of this puzzle forever."
now keep in mind, this is all like, it's I believe it's hexadecimal is what it's being posted in. It's all coded, and even if you
Correct.
like, if you click on this guy's name and go to his channel, pretty much everything there is all like hexadecimal code, more or less.
What does SYO5 happen to mean in hexadecimal?
Well, if you punch in SIO5 to a hexadecimal decoder, you will get K-9.
Ba, ba, ba.
Man, this analog horror is definitely not all bark and no bite.
No, not at all.
Great comment by by you.
Okay, now I did. Do that
Wowie
again.
zowie.
Cut.
My life.
Into.
Pieces.
Pieces.
This is my plastic fork.
These are my fucking jorts.
Saturday shorts.
We're back, everyone. Better than ever.
No breaks were
Yeah.
taken. We're just off topic all the time.
So
Wow, that was a great first episode.
it's almost like there's a second video.
You'd be stupid not to think that. So
Hey, Matt, how about you get us the fuck out of here?
Very stupid.
Matt's in the
Hi,
newsroom.
I'm gonna do the second bit. No, shut up.
You just keep
my
talking,
turn to
just
talk
keep
now.
screaming over the just fine.
Yeah, it's my turn to talk now. About the Relocate Project. So the second tape in the Walten Files is called the Relocate Project.
Which is a lazy
And-
name for a project. At
Yeah.
work, my sister, I shouldn't say that. She had a project where she had to, I work with my sister, yes.
I
Lazy?
didn't even make it to the first fucking frame of the video.
No, you didn't. No. Just power through it, Matt. Just power through it. Just
I'm almost done,
overpower him.
almost done. My
So
sister had to
this
make,
video
she had to make, damn
explains-
it! She had to
No,
make a
tell your story,
milkshake.
Mike.
She had to make a milkshake machine, and they named it Project Milkshake. I'm like, gonna come up with anything cooler than that. That's it. Okay.
That was. I'm so happy we stopped for that.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a goldfish once.
I've
it
seen
named
horses
Goldfish?
before.
I just thought we were talking about things that don't matter.
speaking of things that don't matter, I'm going to talk now.
Okay.
This video explains that after the closure of Bond's Burgers, they decided to implement a backup plan. So this video sort of starts to explain what happened to Bond's Burgers and what ensued in the years after that. So the backup plan was named the Relocate Project. And the first... We like this one immediately fucking jumps in with Bond just popping up on the screen, doing some creepy shit. But it's a very little substance until we get to an explanation of what the Relocate plan was. And it was a plan to reprogram all of the robots from Bond's Burgers and then move them to a new restaurant. So, shortly after the video explains that, we just see a shot that seems to have been inserted into the video, kind of like the shot of Felix and Jack from the first video.
Oh, their weird heads.
And it just says, there's a voiceover that says, Felix Kranken was a giant brain, but also a giant heart. And then he shapeshifts and takes on this weird, creepy shape. And then, with no explanation of that, we jump into an outline of the Relocate Project, which is outlined as follows. There's a reprogramming phase, and then we're shown a video of one of the animatronics named Banny, and it goes over some of the animatronics features.
So,
and these features...
real quick, before you go forward, I'm going to go ahead and... Banny is another animatronic rabbit, but this one is purple.
It's purple.
So when you watch these, you're going to see a blue one, which is Bond. You're going to see Banny, which is purple.
Do you just want
blue is different than purple.
Do you just want to say the other two?
As we go through.
Okay. Also, Project Relocate, they don't even mention relocating.
So lazy, bro.
So lazy.
Well, they sort of explain that they're relocating. They're relocating to a new building.
I guess.
A new Bond's Burgers.
Yeah. God.
Yeah, Mike.
Fucking suck on that.
I appreciated your enthusiasm, though, Mike. Keep it up.
Thank you.
This is our own fault. We told him to grab the bull by the horns.
We did.
I told him to be confidently incorrect. It's fine.
Exactly.
You're doing what we told you.
When we lose viewership, you have one man to thank, and his name is Moot.
I love you, Mike.
I love you.
So yeah, we're shown Banny, and then we're given some features of the animatronic or non-human, which are very aptly named Mouth, which apparently was a pre-existing feature.
Are you gonna be able to tell us
non-humans.
what that mouth do?
The mouth do mouth.
End of thought.
That's the extent of this feature. It is mouth. The second feature is blink. Now this is a new one. This one is specifically for Bond's Burgers Round 2. But you got to be careful because you've always got to clean the eye sockets because it may result in blink. What the fuck is Mike doing? In blink not working if you don't clean the eye sockets.
He's cleaning his eye sockets.
He's having a stronk.
That's oh man.
Jesus Christ. Anyhow, now we're shown some expressions that are the different expressions that mouth and blink allow the animatronics to do. The most important of which, and the one that it emphasizes the most, is the expression that it makes when it's looking for friends, parentheses, customers. And this shot goes on for an uncomfortably long time, and it's just Banny's eyes moving back and forth for just way longer than you think should be demonstrated.
It's really
and
quite
then after
off-putting.
this happens, yeah, it's as comforting as whatever the fuck you were just doing. After that, a face, like a human. It kind of looks like a gorilla face, but I'm pretty sure it's a human face, just kind of shows up superimposed over Banny's head. And then we're shown a sequence that's like a top-down shot of Banny the bunny running around a room from door to door, like Scooby-Dooing it up, going in one door, out another door, just like running around in circles, basically. And there's a voiceover that says, "The bunny rabbit needs to get out of the cage. The bunny rabbit needs to get out. The rabbit is starving." And then, after a while of this, it sort of just seems to give up, and it starts crying, and then maybe dies. And then, after that, we get some footage of some real rabbits that are just fuck ton of rabbits, black and white footage, and they're just running around.
That was my favorite part of all of this. Those
Yeah.
rabbits are so dang cute, and there's
like
so
the
many
rabbits,
of them,
George?
and they're just easy, Lenny. And
They
they're
have
just
to make
running
sure it's
around.
not too scary for people like Mike.
Yeah, it's true. I get startled very easy.
He's a jumpy fucker.
Yeah.
After the footage of the real rabbits, we get a close-up again of Banny, and then we get a picture of a missing poster. And it's really dark, so it's hard to make out, but it looks like the missing poster says Susan Woodings. And then
That's a human.
that's where that section or tape in this episode of the Walten Files ends, and then it loads up a new video, which is a tech support video. And this tech support video is for the K9 storage facility itself. And it explains that we're being given a tour of the K9 storage facility, and we're shown a little character wearing a backpack, and we're given some things that we need in order to do our job in the storage facility. And those include a flashlight, snacks, there's a key in there, and then there's a camera.
Backpack.
And then at the end of that, there's a little Jack Walton head that pops up.
Can't forget.
Yeah,
your
very,
severed Jack Walton
very,
head.
very sly. And I like how the person with the backpack was a little Bond character. His
Yeah.
backpack. And he's just
Yeah.
looking over his shoulder, just like.
It's like the Coppertone kid.
He looks like from when he looks like when Seth Rogen redid Bound 2, and it's that meme of him just looking over his shoulder like that's what it looks like.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah. And yeah, so creepy Jack Walton head from the original. It's like basically a copy paste of the picture from the original shot of him shaking hands with Felix. And it shows up in the backpack and then disappears. And then this is where the tour begins. So Shaw, the sheep, is going to take us on a tour of the K9 facility. And this video takes the form of like a top-down RPG style walkthrough. And we're told that it's easy to get lost inside the K9 facility. And then we're shown the basically the rec room where employees can hang out and stuff.
Dude, they could do so much more than that. They can sit.
Okay.
They can rack.
They can converse with their coworkers.
Yeah,
You can
like
look at the
They
wall.
the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, there's a whole 3 chairs just sitting in the middle of the room.
And 4 walls, each one of them
And-
more entertaining than the next.
That is why it's called the Walten Files. Because there are 4 walls.
Full fucking circle. Here we go.
Yeah.
2 wall.
Hey, see what I did there. What?
Mike knows. Mike knows.
I did. Yep. I sure
The
did.
tour keeps going. And Shaw starts to freak out and starts blinking on and off. And Shaw gets dark and then turns back into a sheep. And then they start talking in reverse. And then they completely disappear from the scene. And then the tour moves on to the next room. And this room has some inactive animatronics, non-humans, in it, laying on the floor. And we're told to avoid shining the light on them unless we are a facility caretaker. And then some more fucked up glitchy shit happens.
No, that's completely
And-
normal. Just to give as a warning to anybody,
Yeah, definitely don't light up these things.
unless you work for us.
Reassuring as fuck. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So we go to another room, and Shaw walks into the room and then remarks that she's already been there, and stands there for a second and starts crying, and then says, "Sophie, where am I?" and then walks out of the room. And then, after that, we're suddenly shown a dark shot of a woman wearing a yellow cardigan, and there's a voiceover that says, "By the time the lady entered the backstage, as the voices told her to, missing husband wasn't there. Instead, she found a rabbit." And then Bon appears, and he starts repeating some shit, like he's telling her that she will be beautiful, and then, can you guess what happens next?
Does she become
Fucking
beautiful?
murders her.
Oh.
No, he murders her. He chops her up into little person parts.
Into person
then-
parts.
And then the next thing is he shoves those person parts inside of Shah,
So
who's
Shah's
just standing there watching.
So Shah the sheep is now full of a people.
A person.
Full
yes.
of a people.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It's a sheep. It's a sheep with people in it. It's a sheep.
I have to rethink my political rhetoric now. Can't use that word anymore. Not without being sad.
Okay.
Anyway.
We see a shot of Shah, and then it starts like we see sort of X-ray glimpses into Shah, and we can see that like the body of this woman has been stuck like in the arms and legs and shit of Shah, and then we see another missing poster, and it's obviously this same person's missing poster, but this reveals who this person is, and this person is Rosemary Walten.
Ooh.
And if you actually go back to the part where Shah is speaking in reverse and then turn that back to forward speech, you will find out that Rosemary has been coming back to the restaurant weekly for weeks and has been looking for her husband to no avail. And then I guess this happened, which is unfortunate. But anyway, yeah, Rosemary Walten. Probably Jack Walton's wife.
Oh yeah.
So
So
she-
Rosemary is Jack Walton's wife
So-
in this whole story,
She either is
or isn't.
or isn't his wife. Just because they have
Who's
the
to
same
say?
last name, I don't care. All right,
Right into that one.
Mike, you fucked up my pop filter, bro.
I'm so sorry.
Anyways,
I,
Popped up my fuck filter.
I am just embarrassed.
You fucked a Pop Tart, Mike, and I don't like that.
I like how that person made the comment about being so nice to Mike, and then the next week we just doubled down, just the full-on abuse.
Oh yeah.
If you tell us that we're doing something,
We either will or will not do it harder.
expect something.
It's okay.
Or nothing.
I'm used to the abuse.
He feels at home
He
with
loves it.
Yeah. This is the only way he can finish.
Masochist.
From what I
as fuck.
understand.
Nice. Is that what I did wrong? I didn't abuse you enough?
Pretty
while
much.
was there?
I
That's
would
why
have. We would have if you.
Okay.
We would have.
Well, no, based off the fucking conversation we had on the bonus episode, I don't know if you would have.
Yeah, no, that's
True,
true.
you're absolutely right. Patreon.com/DeletePod. You can find out what we're talking about.
Yeah,
can
check
find
it
out.
Very funny. It's very fucking funny.
Yeah.
I was drunk.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great
What
time.
else is new?
Wow.
So that
Wow.
with Rosemary Walton getting murdered and shoved inside of a sheep is where this the second sub tape of this second episode of the Walten Files ends, and then we get a new tape, which is footage of 3 Bunny Smiles employees who have volunteered to stay the night at the K9 facility, which I absolutely fucking would not do.
yeah, never a
But-
good idea.
Yeah, no, absolutely fucking not. But they are there to work on the animatronics, and these people's names are Hillary B, Ashley P,
Hillary.
Can't say it without doing it.
Hillary, I need you to go to this creepy bunker. That's really important.
Oh my fuck.
There's a blue bunny, Hillary. I really like the blue bunny, and I need my
Spit on the
birthday party.
roadcast.
I need my birthday party to be at Bon's Burgers. So I just really need you to make this happen. I'm gonna stop this now. Third person is Kevin W. And this same tape explains that, like, as they rock up to the front of the K9 facility, the employees are sort of chatting, and we learn that Bonsberg is actually closed because people had heard the screams of an adult woman at night. And after the place closed down, when they went inside the building, they couldn't find the animatronics initially. So
Sus.
where they went,
Amogus.
Amogus. Okay. So the employees continue to speculate about like what the actual reason behind Bond's closing was, and then they enter the facility, and they just kind of remark that the animatronics are in such a poor state that it looks like something was done to them intentionally. Like, this is not something that just happened as a result of wear and tear over time. It looks like somebody has mutilated these poor fuckers. And then as the tape goes on, one of the employees, Ashley, decides that she needs to figure out what the fuck this key that she was given goes to. Big mistake.
Yeah, don't.
So
Huge.
yeah.
If you get a key,
Yeah.
just pretend it doesn't exist.
Yep, shouldn't have done that. So she decides to wander around the facility, and she finds a location called the Back Doors. Again, creative naming schemes
Very.
going on here.
Wonder what?
Yeah,
Wonder
Wonder
what?
where they got that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, can you guess what's in the back of the back doors?
Is it?
Is it the back
Doors?
rooms?
It's doors. Yeah. So she enters the back doors, and it's just a hallway with a bunch of doors in it. And she starts to open up these doors, and like the first room she goes into is just pieces of a bunch of non-humans, like their heads and shit. She's trying to act cool, and she's like starting to panic a little bit, and then one of the doors she opens up, and like one of the animatronics has hung itself, it looks like, and it's just like dangling from the ceiling. And then after that happens, Ronald fucking McDonald shows up. And it's not really Ronald McDonald.
It's his brother
It's
Billy.
Billy the Clown.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Billy the Clown. And Billy the Clown is another non-human animatronic thing that has a cassette player in its stomach. And Ashley looks around, and she finds a cassette tape. And written on the cassette tape is discard. But instead of doing that, she decides to take the cassette tape and shove it into Billy the Clown. And it starts playing the cassette, which is like, it's obviously like a cassette that would be played at like a kid's birthday party or something. And then the cassette ends, and the Billy starts to freak out, and then lists 5 names: John, Susan, Charles, Rosemary, Sophie. And then the light goes off. And then when the light comes back on, Bon is standing in front of her again. And guess what happens next? He slices her up, shoves her inside the clown.
Oh. So
Yeah.
it's
Is that
no
what the
longer Billy the
McRib?
Clown.
Is that what the McRib is made of?
The McRib is made of pressed ants, is what I've come to understand.
Actually, it is a yoga mat.
It's just a barbecue sauce yoga mat. Cool.
And I fucking love it. Fucking sue
You
me.
do? They're getting rid
Yeah,
of it.
permanently.
I know. I've had like
Apparently, they're getting
14
rid
this
of it.
year.
No, they
already.
won't. They're going to do that to generate hype, and then a year from now, they're going to be like, "Oh, it's back," and then they're going to make a fuckload of money.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
the
to
commercial's like the most
McDonald's after this.
unapologetic fucking marketing I've ever seen. They're like, could you really go the rest of your life without tasting the McRib?
Like, so you're not done with it. Cool. Okay. Got it.
Got it.
I will burn down
and then-
every McDonald's if they take away my McRib.
I'll film it. I don't know.
That's fair.
We're done, Matt.
Yeah, we're
done.
move
We're
along.
done.
All right. All right, you sure?
Continue.
I'm really happy that we have this whole big screen with your face on it now, so we can look over and
You
see
can see my disappointment.
exactly how disappointed in us you are.
It's like you're sitting at the table.
Yeah, you're in our fourth spot.
Judging you.
You're actually in the
spot.
spot where my dad would sit, so it's right for you to judge me.
Mike's right at home.
Is this part of our abusive role playing?
Daddy.
You should see the rager he's got rocking in his pants right now.
huge.
I heard-
He's covered up with a blanket.
Yes.
He's got to hide it.
I heard it hit the table, and it was like,
I felt it when I walked down the stairs. That's how powerful this fucker is.
Oh,
it's
Jeez.
over 9,000.
all right. Well, we'll take this offline later.
Yeah, we'll.
That's almost the end of the video, but before it ends, there's a very quick shot of some text that only appears for a few frames. And this text says, it says they left the next day.
this kiss, this
That's
kiss.
what I was thinking.
Yeah. Says they left the next day and they thought that Ashley had left early. But she was in the back doors. She was screaming as much as she could, but nobody heard the screams. The following days, the caretakers would complain of an awful smell coming from the back rooms. The company decided to shut down the facility until new advice. The relocate project was unsuccessful. Ashley's still there, but she's not screaming anymore.
You didn't have to go
She's also-
Obama with that. Sorry. Relocation was unsuccessful.
Ashley's still there, but she's not screaming it. She saw something she wasn't supposed to see. And
I've been
now she's beautiful.
I've been rewatching Key and Peele lately, and like the whole first season is just like riddled with fucking his Obama fucking-
impressions. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so funny. That's it.
Nice. Yep. Well, that's it with that, and that's the end of this video. There is also a short, like a few frame pop up of a YouTube URL
Yeah.
that if you plug in, you get a hidden tape. But we'll go over that next time.
The only thing that I do want to add to your video, and this was very last minute, I apologize. So
Tell me why I'm wrong, Jason.
it's not why you're wrong. You're never wrong, Matt. So just like in Doug's tape, in this one, we also get a comment from user SY05. Again, translates from hexadecimal to K9. And the comment says, more puzzle pieces have been laid out for you. Others are more significant than others.
Two pieces are crucial to slowly achieving the solution.
Yes.
No, together. Find the pieces, return them to me, and meet at the intersection. See you soon. SY05.
Return the slab.
Or
suffer my curse.
Perfect.
The man in gauze. The man in gauze. King Ramsey.
Can we do an episode where
We cover
Mike-
Courage the Cowardly Dog? Yes.
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 And that
Please.
very sad episode where just gets his ass rocked in dodgeball by all the villains. That was such a sad episode.
Oh my God.
Curse is pretty fucked up.
Yeah. Well, that explains us as a people, at least my generation, maybe a little earlier, but yeah, absolutely.
Can we discuss Ed, Ed, and Eddie fan theories too?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
They're all dead.
God, look at all these
See that.
bonus episode ideas we're coming up
God,
with right now.
Mike.
This is fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah,
Plank
Mike
is
just
the
fucking-
only real human there.
I don't know. Rolf's.
Plank is still in his car in the driveway.
I always admired Rolf's fucking insult game. That shit was like the best.
you piece of stale white bread.
And my
my horse. That's my horse.
That's my horse.
Well, yes, unfortunately, due to time issues and management not allowing us to continue.
Oh, they're giving me the light.
Yeah, the light's going on. Sorry, we have to cut this a little short.
Short. It's an hour long.
Some sort of facility.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We got an invitation, a job offer or something. It's just we got to go check it out. But yeah, we will be continuing this next week with our part 2 episode where we pick back up with a very spooky hidden secret tape.
lucky us.
Spooky,
Ooh.
spooky, shitty.
Spooky, shitty, poopy fart balls.
Poopy shitty.
I would like to say, if you're a fan of the show, go to patreon.com/deludipod. You could do stuff there. You could also go to deludipod.com or deludy.com. It all goes to the same place. You can go to store.deludipod.com, and you can see our merch. Check out our merch. Moot worked really hard on making this site and the merch stuff on there too.
They look really fucking good.
Go take a peek and see the crown jewel of Deludi, which is the website that Moot made.
I'm gonna be buying another one of those creeper hoodies because I like the one I bought from the last store lasted all of 3 weeks.
This is a new store, so any quality issues should, in theory, be gone. I would also like to say...
Let us know if they're not. Complain.
Yes,
please complain your hearts out.
I would also like to say go to buymeacoffee.com/DeludiePod. You can chuck in some money there, but let's be real, you'll be buying us booze.
Irish coffee.
Yes. YouTube, you can go to...
Let's be real, it's fucking meth.
You can go to youtube.com/DeludiePod. Is that what it is? /@DeludiePod?
I think it's just
It's YouTube at so youtube.com/@DeludiePod. We now have a handle.
Yep, we have a handle
on there at
and
DeludiePod.
and like Doug said before, if you're gonna listen to us as much as I like you listen on Spotify and everything, we're trying to get our views and our followership up on YouTube a lot. So youtube.com/@DeludiePod. Go follow us. We've been getting a lot of followers lately, which is awesome. And if I'm being honest, that is, if you guys like the interviews that we do with creators, the only way that they've really like found us is through YouTube.
Yeah.
So if you get our shit going more on YouTube, we have potential to get more interviews on with creators.
Mainly because that's where all of their content lives. So I'm guessing that's how they interact with people.
That's where they see it more. So if you like that kind of content, go on YouTube, get our YouTube going. That way we can get you that kind of content.
Yeah, and with our YouTube growing too, once we hit that, hit that point where the algorithm is showing us to more people, that's when we'll be able to start doing live video stuff for y'all and actually giving videos on YouTube, because that's really what we'd like to do.
Yeah, absolutely. But like,
speaking of that, let us know what you want to see. Go fill out that fucking survey.
Yes.
Fill out the survey. It's on the top of the website, deludipod.com. Also, check out our Discord. If you go to the Linktree, or I think it's on deludipod.com as well, you can get into our Discord there. I think we're at 200 now or over, where we're going to get Jason Pyramid, so that's fun.
Oh,
right.
Yeah, but
But also, if you're going to take that survey, just real quick, don't be stupid. Fill it out correctly. Like, don't leave us dumb comments. We want to know, for sure.
To fill it out.
It's anonymous. We won't know it's filling it out, but please just be honest with us. We're trying to use that to better the show and give you the type of stuff you want. If you just respond with the word ass butt to everything, it's not going to help.
You can do that. Just make sure you fill one out correctly, and then do the ass butt.
And then I would like to say, if you want to leave us a voicemail or text us, we're out. We're out of, aren't we?
Oh, yeah,
we're out of voicemails.
So. I think
we have no more voicemails.
I have to double check that actually, but I think we are out.
I'm a little disappointed, people. So to give you the idea,
to be fair, someone left us a very long fucking one that it's like fucking 6 minutes, and like I can't put a 6 minute.
Yeah, we can't do that. I'm sorry. Yeah,
here's what you do: you take the entire audio file and you turn the speed up until you get to the length you want,
and it'll just be like.
Yeah,
just one large yoip.
Yeah. If you're gonna leave us a voicemail and you want us to play on the show, please try to keep it under, I would say, 1 minute. Under a minute.
Like a minute max.
Yeah, 1 minute max. That phone number is 630-909-9366. One more time, that is 630-909-9366. Again, you can leave us a voicemail or text us. We will answer the text, or we will put the voicemail on the show. But again, we are running low. Or, we don't get it that often. We don't really plug it that often, but you could go to deludipod@gmail.com. Shoot us an email there. That could work as well. That's all. At linktree.com, I guess, linktree.com/deludipod. You could also go there. I haven't really plugged that one as much because we have the website that pretty much does what that does, so there's no real reason to plug that. Hail Orthon, give me your teeth.
Turning, don't you?
Give me your teeth. Give him your teeth. Kiss your dad, and while you're kissing your dad, take your tongue and kind of wiggle a tooth out, and then put it in your mouth like you're putting a tooth in a key in your mouth to get a prisoner out of prison.
What? There's okay.
No, he's waiting for us to talk. Don't let it happen.
Yeah, I know what he's doing. I just got to be extra vigilant. I would like to say, please, for the love of God, as always, remain paranoid, because we wouldn't have a show if you didn't. If we're being 100% honest. I don't know. Stay away from Chuck E. Cheese for the next couple of weeks.
Probably.
Who knows how many people are stuffed inside that fat mouse? Who fucking knows? Doug, what do you got?
Typically I say slap your peens and your beans together, but maybe just hold it in for a while. Just chill out.
Yeah, and
There's a lot of that going around.
did we even say that we're coming back for part 2 next week?
Yeah, I did.
Nah, this is
I
over.
think so.
Dope.
Topic done.
I did.
Topic done.
Matt, what are you telling the people?
Continue existing. Be good to each other. And
That was wholesome. I like that.
if you're ever feeling down about yourself, remember that we're glad that you're here listening.
Hell yeah.
And
Yeah.
be good to people. Be good to yourself.
Yeah. Without you, I am not me, and without me, I'm not you.
I don't know what's happening with your mic, but I think that's a sign.
Bye,
So
everybody.
later, everyone.
And we're out.
Hey, it's Craig. So I decided to write a. Also, sorry, I'm recording this outside of my work. So if you hear cars, shut up. Sorry about it. Okay. This is a song that I'm writing. I'm not actually going to sing it. You don't get that privilege. That I'm writing with one of my friends, Tobias. He's proposed that we write a song in style of break stuff by Limp Bizkit. So I'll read you the lyrics in a nice monotone, buttery voice. This is Rake Stuff by Shrimp Buzzcut. It is such a laugh. It is about Fred Durst angrily raking his lawn after the fall season has started. It's just one of those days where you don't want to rake up all that leads to fall. It's everybody's fault. You don't really know why, but you want to justify cleaning someone's lawn up. Leaf blower contest. And if you win direct, your lawn is on contract. Your best bet is to gather leaves, motherfucker. It's just one of those days.
Don't look under the internet.